Hey guys, it's 2024. It's no secret that the last few years home prices have skyrocketed in some areas, and in a lot of areas here in Maine, home prices have skyrocketed. So even if you purchased a home just a couple years ago or even just months ago, sometimes you can make out very, very well. So I thought I would share some personal stories that our team has encountered on how we have allowed some of our clients here in Maine to profit from their home very quickly, and just kind of give you some tips and tricks as well on what to do to add value to your house if you do find yourself being in a position where you need to leave after just a short period of time, which is really sometimes does happen, especially in these last few years. People moved here and then all of a sudden something changed. Sometimes life just changes. You get a transfer in your job, maybe something happens in your family. You don't want to hold on to the house, so you want to sell it and leave. So you definitely want to be mindful of what to do to the house and how to make it more attractive, especially if you just bought it maybe just months ago. You want to make sure that it looks like there's been added value since you've purchased it. Over the last couple of years, like I said, home prices have risen. There's a big supply and demand issue. Maine has a shortage of housing, and that does help kind of, let prices increase. But if you don't have that, you got to be mindful of what to do to the house. We focus in a lot on just making sure that we make the house as bright and as inviting as possible. Paint goes a long way. Light fixtures go a long way. We've done a lot of videos about, how to increase the equity in your house, curb appeal, so landscaping, things like that. Simple things, especially if you need to get out of it quickly, that doesn't cost a ton of money, but does make the house look so much better in the presentation when you go out on the market. We had a client move here once. I believe they came from the Midwest. A year, I think, went by. They decided that they had to move back because of family reasons, et cetera, et cetera. And this was a pretty interesting scenario because when they purchased the home, even in a very busy market, very active market, the marketing of the house wasn't great when they bought it. Like, they almost overlooked it, because it looked like a very dark house in the photos, and just, it didn't really look great. It didn't present great. They ended up getting a little bit of a deal on it when they bought it. We represented them as buyers, so we were like, hey, you're getting a really good deal here. And then a year later, they decided that they had to move back. And when we came in, we just really kind of helped, brighten it up. And of course, using professional photography and better lighting and just a better presentation out of there. They made, I believe it was, close to $100,000 in just that small period of time. And it was really just because of those things, making the house look bright and inviting, which is what it really was when you were there in person. It's just the previous marketing wasn't fantastic. I had one client, great client, and good friends of mine now. They sold their house and they made so much money off of it. They ended up buying two houses, one to live in and one an investment. Good idea, right? Well, they did that, and then a short period, months went by, it wasn't even a year, and job change, had to move, and we ended up having to sell both of those houses. And again, we just went in and refreshed them and all that stuff, and they ended up making money even on that short period of time. The appreciation that happened over the last few years has helped. When prices are rising so significantly and so quickly, that does help. But also just the fact that you're able to make it just look nicer in the presentation. You're going to be able to increase the value considerably just doing those things, making it brighter, more inviting, less clutter, things like that can really go a long way if you're trying to profit quickly, or really anytime. Even if you've been in your house a long time and you just want to get as much out of it as possible, talk to your professionals. We can help you make the best presentation for your home, which is going to bring you the most profit out of your property. So anyway, hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Comment below. And remember, if you make Maine your home, you don't have to do it alone. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and one of these buttons over here. You get a lot of great information about real estate, the state of Maine, cool things to do, all that kind of stuff. And of course, if you have any questions at any time, comment below or hit us up on all social media platforms, and we'd love to help you out. And we love talking about Maine and real estate in Maine.